Right then, what's going on, champs? Hope you guys doing well. Thank you so much for actually attending the show, episode 109, in regards to Bitcoin. We're still using Monday's range in Bitcoin as well. Been an interesting one. So like last night, I mean, it was my birthday yesterday, so I had some friends over, and we're just chilling and kind of thing. I was just looking at Ethereum because Ethereum looked like the clearer one compared to BDC, in my opinion. So took a short on Ethereum last night during Asia, and took profits. I think had mid range now. At Monday's mid range, and yeah, so made a nice, decent 2.8 R. Can't complain there. So now we're just working out what's the next step of the game now. So looking at everything else, it's been a bit of a mess actually. I mean, crypto's going down. Well, Bitcoin at the moment is at 16,700. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna do this slightly different. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open up Coin Market Cap, and we're just gonna have a look at some of the shit that's going on. I think that's probably a nice little decent way to start, and then we do the TA thing, the whole TA stuff. I mean, look at the whole market itself, man. You can see on the right hand side, it's just horrible. A lot of reds than green anyway. And Bitcoin's down at 16.7k, Ethereum's at 1,200 dollars, the same anyway. USDC is the same. They're the third and fourth. BNB at $273. That shit was at like 370, I believe, wasn't it? Not too long ago. On the last 7 days, month, the last month. Yeah, it spiked up to like, yeah, it did spike up to around what 377. It was, and then it's fucking horrible. I mean, even BNB's come back down to July's range, so that's been quite horrible there. What else we got here? So XRP's at 38 cents. Not too long ago, it was at 50 cents, and then everyone was talking about 70, 80 cents. Didn't happen. Dogecoin, I bought Dogecoin at 12 cents, sold at 14-ish, then rebought at 12 and a half, and then I had to collapse the whole rest of the trade. Not too far from where the price is as well. I was the only one that got hit on. Was at 8 cents. Cardano at 33 cents. Bro, when the fuck are you ever gonna see these price again? Because that's the crazy thing. You know how it looks, Solana, $14, $14 and all time high was at 277. At $270 or $250. That's all time high. Shib's down to fucking pennies. Tron's at 5 cents. Fuck you now. Uniswap's at 6 cents. AVAX at $13, man. I don't know what the fuck that is. Leo. Hmm. Chainlink, everyone's looking at Chainlink as well. Oracle, $6.34. ETC, Ethereum Classic. I don't know why that's a common coin that a lot of people are looking at, but it's gone to shit. Algo, which is meant to be very, very bullish as well. That 28. Oh my god, it is horrible. It is fucking horrible. I mean, the real truth is, right, in Chile's is meant to be mad bullish because the whole FIFA thing going on. And the real truth is, right, is that no matter what you look at, we're in a bear market. It hasn't changed. It's just so happened that the whole situation with the FTX, and I've said this to you last week as well. Oh, not last week, a couple of days ago, but I'm gonna say it again. The whole situation with FTX had really shattered the fucking market, and I said it on the tweet. It would be a shame that if we don't get a bullish November because of the whole Sam versus EZ situation as well, and rightfully so. That's actually what happened. It really did happen, and it's sad. It's a really sad thing, but we see how it goes. I mean, look, if there's any long scenario, I'm seeing Jay in the chat said long on Link, short on BTC. Do you know what it is like? If you're long in any coins, it had to be short term. It had to be short term. I don't really think anything's gonna be worthwhile to buy. I mean, the crypto market clap. Let's have a look. At the top, you won't be able to see it actually. It's the market cap's at $838 billion. $838 billion. I mean, look at this motherfucker. We hit 3 trillion. We're just under 3 trillion. I mean, the peak is at 2.9 trillion, and that's it. We dropped down to 800 billion, which is what, 66%. Is it dropped? 3, 8, 4. Nah, a bit more than that. Probably about 70%, 70, 80%. That's a heavy drop, and I think there's a lot more drop to it in the market there. So we're gonna see what the deal is. Let's do the shout first, and then we're gonna get cracking. So we got Daink Country Club. How you doing, my bro? You got Crypto K Blau. Morning from the UK, my brother. We got another Australian brother here. Goonie. There's a thingy. You might know another guy called Goonie. He's an Australian brother. I'm just messing about. It's a lot of Aussies thingy, but in the space, I'm meeting a lot of Aussies, and the Aussies are fucking sweet people, man. Really, really lovely people. So shout out to all the Aussies out there. We got Jay Moap in the house. Morning to you, Gandalf Grey. We got Din Van Hung. How you doing, my bro? From Vietnam. Morning to you, my brother. Good to hear. I'm glad that you're learning as well. Just keep keep applying the same fundamentals in over and over again. And trust me, the bear market is horrible. Look, you have to picture this, right? Everyone wants to do the bull market, and the bull market is all bullish because it's easy to buy and it's easy to long. You just long, 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 long. All right. But the bear market is the very exact opposite, to be honest. Right? You can't buy any spots, but what do? You just short, 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 short. And I did say this in a tweet that in a bull market, the key point is actually finding like the key levels. So for example, let me try and get a wide space of paper. The key levels is like this, right? So that you got like your price action is moving up, and this is all bullish, and then we're finding key areas to actually come back down, hold above it, bullish price action, long it, taking out these highs, and that the bull market takes out highs, liquidities of highs all the way, and he finds another level, does another deviation, steps back in, holds above it. That's another long. Take out these highs, and we keep making highs and highs and highs, and that's what it is. But then bear market is the very opposite. So you got all these highs, and then now it starts breaking down when you come back into these lows, and then these are your trigger to actually enter in, stop loss here, take out lows, and then once you take out lows, you come back into key levels. For example, like here, any deviation, step below it, another thing of liquidity, the entry here, stop loss there, take out lows. And then once you make the lows, you make new lows, and you just keep finding key levels. And every time you find key levels, you're just taking the short. That's what it is. That's a key level, that's a key level, and that's a key level. And all you're doing, you're taking liquidity all the way down on the downside. That's what you're doing. And it's literally the opposite of the bull market. So you know how everyone's complaining about the idea, oh yeah, it's a bear market, oh it's over, and whatever. Bruv, like, trust me, man, there's bare money in there. There's a lot of money in to be made. You just gotta learn, right? Whether you like, I'm not saying to you guys to risk your P's and and trade the market. It's entirely up to you. You guys have you guys, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah, you guys can do exactly whatever you want to do. No one's going to stop you, right? I mean, you got a couple of options, right? Like I say this over and over again. I'm going to say this again and again and again till you guys get sick of me. You can trade the bear market, right? But in the bear market, the real people who make it, the real people who actually become successful in the bear market, really comes down to like the people put the effort into it. That's what it comes down to. So like prices, we're all expecting prices to go to 12k, right? And everyone's saying, yeah, we're gonna buy at 12k. That's what everyone's saying. But the real truth is, are you really gonna buy at 12k? Do you have the balls to actually hold through all this mess? Because we don't know what's gonna happen. Because what if a scenario that price goes down to 8k? Possible. I'm not saying it's gonna go there, but it's a very possibility. But you, over the time of the course of the bear market, what I would suggest everyone to do is learn how to trade. If you can learn how to trade, you put the effort into it, trust me, it pays off. There's a geezer in the DCC. I'm not going to mention his name because it's obviously it's private as well. He came in with $2,000. Was depressed, was feeling low, feeling really down, and he felt sorry for himself and whatever, and it was in a bad state. He came in and he was chatting to me about his situation. And I told him, I said, bro, listen, we're going to be okay. We're going to figure this out, take it one step at a time. That's all it is. First, we manage the risk. Once you manage the risk, then the rest becomes easy work, right? Because the hard work really comes down to two things. Number one is risk management, and number two is planning. Once you've done the plan, and once you understand your risk, the rest is easy work. You just follow that. It's a blueprint. You follow the blueprint, and you just do it over and over again. You just rinse and repeat. I say this price is always in a range. It's always in a range. It doesn't really change. If it breaks out of range, there's a new range. Just find the new range. That's all we're doing. Nothing different. It's the same shit over and over again. Okay. But the geezer came in with 2k, and in 2 months he made 2k to 50k in the bear market. And that's just the hard work you put into it. So I'm not saying that everyone can do it. Everyone can do it, actually. That's the truth. Everyone can do it, but are you willing to put the work into it? Because if you're not going to put the work into it, when the bull market comes in and then the market flips, are you going to blame influencers? Are you going to blame someone on YouTube for your mistake because you didn't even take the time to study? Like when you like a doctor, you ain't going to see Dr. Sanjay Patel, who's a medic, he's a GP. But at the same time, Dr. Sanjay Patel didn't even bother studying uni. He didn't bother studying. You're not going to go see him. You're like, this guy's a fucking numpty. The same is trading. You can make it. You can become an influencer. You can actually become as great as you want to be. You gotta have to put the effort into it. Kobe Bryant did become the greatest basketballer, well, one of the GOATs overnight. He put in work after work after work. When he lost his first NBA Finals, He went to training the next day. Even Shaq was saying like he woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and went downstairs. So Kobe drenched in sweat with ice pack on his knees, and that's 6 o'clock in the morning. So you want to be the Kobe, you be the Kobe. If you don't want to be the Kobe, then you know what? Like, good luck. That's all I can say. There's nothing else I can say. So we got Sidiums in the house. We got Rafe. We got Thomas. How you doing, man? Beatnik Trader. Justin's in the house. Joe Crate's here. TCX here. Good to have you here as well, my bro. Pirates in the house. Check DM. Oh, okay, let's have a look. Give me a second. Um, do you want to undo it, Pirate? It's up to you. You tell me. If you want to undo it, I'll support you. Who else we got? We got Carl in the house as well. I'm doing well. Alhamdulillah. I can't complain. How about yourself, my bro? We got Pissan up and in. I love that name. Pissan up and in. I love that name. That's a sick name. Yo, what's going on, man? We got who else? We got Justin Waters in the house. Well, Way's in the house. Good to have you here, my bro. He's a very valued person. With Jamo in the house and Ning's in the house too as well, man. But yeah, man. Let's see what's going on. But Pirate, honestly, like in terms of what you're asking, it's entirely up to you. If you wanna undo it, like I said, I've given you the power to do whatever you want. I'm not gonna fight you. I was saying that to Shazzy yesterday. Actually, I was saying to Shazzy that like both of you guys have the power to do whatever you want to do, and I'm not gonna override it unless it's really really dumb. But you're in your you were right. As Ronaldo still the GOAT. Look, as a player, yes, he's a GOAT. As a human being, I've lost massive respect for that guy. Massive, massive respect. I mean, you don't fucking take your, you don't, you don't bring your team down, and that's what Ronaldo's done. And like, and he not only just been taking the team down and being disrespectful to Manchester United, saying that the facilities are the same and blah blah. Yeah, the problem is with Glazers. This is becoming now into a football thing, but the problem is with Glazers, with the Glazer family, and they haven't put any money in there. And United fan has been protesting for donkeys of years, for decades really, actually. I think 15, 17 years they've been protesting about the whole situation, and nothing's been changed. I agree with that. But when you go out and you start disrespecting your manager, get the fuck out of here. That's my honest opinion. Get the fuck out of here. You got no respect, so piss off. I've lost all respect. He can fuck off. And then that's it. As a player, great player, but not I wouldn't put him as a GOAT now. Like as like I measure you as a human being as well at the same time. And he was such a he was such a beautiful person in terms of his heart, what he was doing for like communities and stuff like that. But coming out and being a whiny little bitch, then kids will be kids. It's just football. Bigger, yeah, 100%. Bigger things are football than life. But you know what? The one thing is that Greg is that I like looking at I like following these greatest of all times sport, the guys in sports, like whether it be in basketball, football, rugby, American football or anything like that. And it's understanding the mentality, because that mentality is something that you can't buy. You can't buy that shit, and you can't become like that. But anyway, let's get cracking. Dixie, let's play this, right? And let's have a look, right? So dollar index is now okay. So first things first, right? Let's just actually zoom out. Let's go on the daily. I mean, we're finally like it looks good. It looks good. So we got a range band environment over here, and we're broken out the range band inside. And really and truly, if you were to look at it this way, we're making lower lows, lower highs of that. So bearish market structure, lower, that's the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So maybe doing lower high, we don't know. And it's looking bullish, right? So sorry, bullish. It's looking bearish. It's perfectly fine. I think from a point of view of a price action point of view, where is the magnet in price? I mean, I think I would come into this area. This does make a lot of sense as support. That high here. Oops, that's the wrong fucking highlighter. That high here caused deviation, resistance. We break above it, hold support, come up, support, and we rally away. So this does look like support. So it makes sense to actually come back in here. Now the question is, like, it could be a fucking head and shoulders. I don't fucking know. This could be the left head, the left shoulder, the head, and this could be the right. I think the right shoulder. Then we can do something like that. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm just giving you an idea. This could well be it. Someone in the group, right? Shout out to Meltdown. Meltdown's a fucking legend for picking out on this, right? Where he saw this particular price action of the monthly, right? So you see, was it this low? Yeah, this low here. This low here is a key SR, right? And we're above it. So as long as we're above, look. So what's so important about this key SR here? This low here acted as support, support, support. Then we lost it completely. I mean, all we've done, we've come up, we retest this area, come back up, support, support. So really and truly though, as long as we hold this, right, it can still be considered as bullish. We see how the monthly close. We've got 14 days left to go. I mean, everyone's talking about like, oh, inflation's calming down, X, Y, and Z. I mean, you should start baiting the market a little. Like, yo, I'll tell you something, right? So me and Pyro, we baited the market really, really well. So like, she told me a little trick as well, and it worked. It fucking worked as well. Took a little bit of time. It did take a little bit of time for it to dump, to do exactly what it did. But yeah, it actually fucking worked though. I mean, I lost $2 in the process of it, but it fucking worked though. Because what happened as soon as it like I got liquidated, I took the short straight away on the $2 trade. But yeah, that's a very interesting thing that happened. Pirate's liquidity is low, dump the market. Dixie to 104s. Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, but this is the thing is, right? So we got that, right? And then we got this this block over here. See this particular candle over there? That black candle right here? This candle here? This is what I would call like a breaker, right? What is it a breaker? So first, right? It's a very specific order block here. It came up, support, held the support, then we lost it. Then we come back down as a retest. We get back above it, hold the support, and then we come back up with support. So as long, right? Oops. From a bullish point of view, oh, fuck's sake, what happened there? That's a lot of bullshit there, right? Like, because we got this whole situation with the Poland thing came out. I don't know what's going on. I didn't really follow it that much, right? But like, I know what happened, but. Yeah, bait with $2. Yeah, man, Justin, we bait the market with $2, and it worked. It really did work as well. It was a very interesting little situation that happened there as well. But yeah, literally, I just risked $2 on this one. Bait the market. Took the loss on $2, but I made the profits in the shorts itself, which was a very interesting thing. But it's a whole different scenario. So I mean, look, this could well be bullish, right? If we close up, look, the fact is, right, if we close above here, 106.6, right, on the monthly, and I think it's going to be any bullish price action, we can go back up, because it's still like on the grand scheme of things on a higher time frame, it still looks bullish, right? It does look bullish. I mean, it could come back into here, and it could well come back into here and do a retest there. But what we need to look at is this. You see this area here, this down candle there? That's the order block right here. So we could come into here, hold support, fucking off we go. That's very, very possible. We don't fucking know. But in a lower time frame, it's a very interesting thing, because what we've got here, we've got bearish market structure that's being formed. But really and truly, right? Look, I want to see us come back to 108. This here, I want to see us come back into this level. What's so key about this level? Fuck's sake, I keep doing that. Yeah, what's so key about this level? Let me show it to you. So on the weekly, we've got a range bound environment. I've done this many times. Nothing's really changed. The level's still the same. What we got here, this high and this low, that was a range bound environment. Deviation of the mid range, come back up. Deviation doesn't take, it gets capped by this high over here, and then comes back into the range, loses low over here, bang, sells off, resistance, sells off, right? So really and truly, do we do something like this, right? So you see how this price action came down. We closed down below it, and then we retested it, and we just start consolidating this area. Consolidation right in this particular range bound environment, right over here. On this candle's there, and that's the high, that's the low. Consolidation, once we break out of it, retest, sells off. Now that's a very interesting thing, which means that this 108.90 is a very key factor. So what I'm looking for is right here. Could we do something like that? Whatever he wants to do, right? If it comes into this area here, I don't fucking know. Come into this area as a dip, and then back into the 108. This is the 108 level that we're looking for, and then from there we're gonna worry about, is this a deviation or a retest? We don't fucking know yet. If it's a deviation, we'll step back in, bullish on the dollar, go back to 25 mid range, from the mid range all the way to range high. That's what we're looking for. Or do we do something like we did back in the price action I showed you there, and do something like this? Let me just remove that. Consolidation on this area here, have the consolidation. You know where you're wrong, break up and hold above it, play up on the upside on the breakout, break down on the downside, short the fucking market back, well, short dollar index and short the thingy, and along like ES and whatnot. So that's an interesting thing. Talking about ES though, so that's what we need to look for. I still think we come back to 108. I do think so. Question is, how far do we go back down on the hourly? This is Monday's range highlighted in blue, and we had the Polish news that came out, spiked it up to the mid range, and that's the deviation, resistance, right? Takes out these highs there, comes back in, and it just comes back down to range low, consolidates over there, and we start making lower lows and whatever. So we're in a key factor now. What I'm looking for, right? If this is going to be bearish, right? Where, like, what kind of key factor I'm looking for? So we could come well into this low here, right? Do a bit of a deviation, right? Because we don't need to come back to the mid range, because this price action is already done back into sorry, it doesn't have to come back to range low, because this price action came back as a retest, deeper retest as well. And if we, any deviation breaks down, bearish market structure, that's your signal to actually short the dollar index, to play it back down, take out these liquidity, and from that liquidity we see what happens next, right? That's the thing we're looking at, which comes to 105, whatever it is, 105.3, and then like I expect the ES will go up. Now I'm getting questions asked about in regards to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Take care of yourself, pirates. See you soon, man. I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you skin face. I will talk about it in the voice chat later on or something like that. But we'll definitely talk it out. It's an interesting thing that we just it was last yesterday, but I was thinking this shit when I was scalping. Like I'm like, these motherfuckers are singling me out. They have to be 100%. There was a moment in time I was clearing the trades in the bull run, right? Like in terms of longs and shorts and whatever, back and forth, like scalping the market. And then it got to a point where, like, for 2 weeks straight, when I was posting my plans, I was getting stopped out 2 weeks in a row. And I was like, what the fuck? So I stopped posting on Twitter and just started trading quite quietly, and I was fine. I was like, I swear to God, the market's fucking singling me out. So it happens. Like someone like high profile traders who post their trades, and is legitimately correct as well in terms of a technical point of view. And next thing is they're getting stopped out. It's like it's the saying, like, I'm not wrong, the market's wrong. That's pretty much it. What's going on, Adam? How you doing? So yeah, it's a very interesting thing. But anyway, so ES, right? I do think there's a bit more upside to the market, right, on ES, which means like dollar index can come back down a bit. Can come back lower. Why am I thinking this, right? Let me go back onto, like, let's go to the 4 hours, right? Make this nice and clean. So you see here, right? We talked about inefficiencies yesterday. All this here, right? Well, let's call it here. For fuck's sake. All this here is inefficiency right over here. Okay, that's the inefficiency. Now, it's not from this little. Well, I was going to point out. I can't. The inefficiencies from here are getting filled out over here. So right now, what we got left for inefficiency is literally this particular area there, all the way to this high. That's how much of an inefficiency we've got left to fill out. So what we could do, which I do believe that we're still bullish. I mean, look, we could still come back to the 25% of the range, 25% of the range of the 2021's low. So come back into here. I mean, look, we got this. That's a trend line here. As long as this holds over there, reclaims the 25%, the 75% rate, play this back up into these areas there. That'd be target 1, and then we can squeeze into target 2, which is the highs of September's high. Then from there, we'll see what happens. Do we squeeze back into the mid-range, take out liquidity on this side? We don't fucking know, and then send it back down. We'll have to work it out level to level. But if I was to look at ES, I feel like I'm going to sneeze in a second. You know when you got to sneeze and you don't want to sneeze, but you got to sneeze at the same time, but it's not coming. Fucking hell. But anyway, so we got a trend line over here. If price comes back down, breaks below it here, finds resistance of this high in particular, then that's your shorting opportunity. Stop loss over here, play it back down. Well, target 1 will have to be here, target 2 will be the mid-range, and then if we lose the mid-range, play it down level to level into these areas there and fill out all this. Well, this is all an inefficiency here. So does it fill it out like in the coming days, or do we first go back up and then fill out the inefficiency on the coming days afterwards? So that's what we don't know exactly. It's still a bear market. I'm not bullish in particular. But it's a shame though, when you look at BTC compared to SPX, it's fucking dumb like a motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? It's really took a beating. I mean, what we're looking at, my fucking hell. Let's have a look where we go. So we got Monday's range, right? So Monday's range, I remember I was telling you about yesterday. We are playing between these 2 red lines over here. Well, if we step up and hold above it, we play between these 2 red lines. At the moment, really and truly, we are still playing within this high here and this low here. That's the key levels there, which comes into about what, 13.8k to 17.1k. That's the area we're playing in. If I were to do like a range, it's out of Fibonacci. Just pull this out. Let's have a look. I mean, it just so happens the mid range comes right in. Well, that's not exactly right. Just about there. The mid range comes right into this point over here, and so it's a consolidation period over here. That's what we got over here. So we'll see how it goes. Now, for me to be bullish, right, I need to get up above Monday's high. So let me delete this. Let's just make the plans for Monday's range. It's a day trade. See what we got here. And I'll talk about my Ethereum shorts as well. So yeah, so we still got Monday's high, Monday's low. There's liquidity resting on the upside. There's liquidity resting on the downside. That's still the same. Nothing's really changed. What has shifted though, if it was to be bullish, right, is that we're starting to lose the trend line. So you got a trend line here. You can say that's lost. You can use this trend line here, and you can say that's pretty much lost as well. Like, it's really truly losing the trend line. Even whichever trend line I do, it's lost, right? It's completely lost. Price came up, spiked up in Asia, and it spiked up off this area of consolidation. Let me just draw this out. See this area of consolidation. You can see this is consolidation, come back down, retest, sells off. And we take out liquidity here. There's liquidity resting here on a short-term thinking trade itself. That's what's happened there. So let me draw in the 15 minutes and see what happened. It's very different because Ethereum, so BTC is between this 25% of the range, or 75% of the range, and the mid-range. That's where it's at. Ethereum is at the mid-range, right? It's at the mid-range. So there's more weakness in Ethereum than there is in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is kind of holding, right? If you don't believe me, look at EPTC. EPTC is making lows, and that's why I'm still bearish. I'm still bearish on the lows over here. I think we come back into this area off here. I really think we come back into this area, and that's means we're going to short the market as it is. I'm quite bearish on the market actually still. It hasn't changed at all. For me to be bullish, we need to step back above. I mean, look, once we take out this high here, hold above it, target one over there, step above and hold above the 75% range, then we go up, take out liquidity on these sides over there. But it's just fucking horrible, man. I mean, what's so fucking bullish about this? What's so bullish about this? There's nothing else. Like, if this was supposed to be bullish, we should have taken out these highs there. Yes, we took out these highs over here, we took out these highs over there, and this high over here. But short term, where it's gone to is come back into this area of consolidation. That's what it's done. That's range high. This is range high. Remember, we play from high to mid to low. So what happened is just a pullback, and then it's coming back to the range low. That's to the mid range. That's what it's looking like. So there's nothing too fancy for me. I mean, if I go on the 4 hours, it makes a bit more sense. Oops, that's 8. Fuck that. Let's go on the 4. All right, and I'll show you which area it's come off. Then it's literally, you see, that's it. I got it. You see this area here? That's where it's come off there perfectly, right off this low here. You see this low there? Held support. This is all consolidation. Come down, sell off, retest. Oops. Retest, lower highs, nothing bullish about this. Come back down, takes out this low, doesn't respect this. It takes out the low over here, and then it comes back into the mid-range, holds above it, and then it's come back to another set of consolidation, comes back up to 25%, 75% range. It's consolidating in this area here. If we lose this low here, what do? Short the fuck out of ETH back into this area as target 1. That's target 1. Lose this area, that's target 2, mid-range done. That's it. And that's the shorting scenario. I'm telling you, there's a lot of money to be made here. A lot of fucking money to be made here. And I think there's a lot more to go. If BTC really is going to 12k and Ethereum's going to go to like $400, well, we've got a lot of fucking peas to make out of it. You can easily make a couple of decent, peas out. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what your risk is, right? But you can make tens, if not hundreds of $1,000s on the way on the shorts itself. Speaking about shorts as well, that's another point I want to bring up. So, you know how everyone's like, yeah, DCA? Well, hang on a second, right? Let me just show you something, right? If I go to the 12 months, right? Let's just have a look at the yearly. What's the yearly looking like? We need to keep in mind what the base of the yearly is, right? You don't need to, TradingView Pro allows you to look at the yearly, but what I've got here at the moment is like, to be honest, I'll do it for you, man. It's not a problem. If you look at the yearly, right? We've got a fat ass motherfucking Daink candle, right? It's horrible. It's still making lows. I mean, before it was over here, it was 20k, right? That's where we're playing it. Now we're at 16k, really, 16.7k, and we come into this key area here, which is all fine and no problem. No, it's all hanky panky and shit like that. But look at this, right? If I make the yearly open, right, to the yearly close, it's a 73% down. 2018 went down by 73%. This candle here looks like it's probably like 100%, no? But really and truly, if I do the same candle from the open to where we are right now, it's 63%. That means that potentially we can have another 10% drop if we were to follow the same as 2018. We all know it's a bear market. And if that means there's another 10%, we're going to do around 73% drop. But then where will that be? That means we will come down to 73 is about here, right? And guess where it comes down to? 12.5k. And what's so special around 12.5k? Let's have a look. Go onto the weekly, right? 12.5k comes right into this area here, right there, off this high. This is 12.5k. But don't believe me? Look at we're thinking it's 12,400, close enough. So which means that there is more downsides, and we got inefficiencies on the over here to fill out over there, over here, and whatnot. Yeah, a little bit over there and a little bit over here. Who fucking cares? But that's the key point. Now I'm telling you, you guys can still short the fuck out of it. Loads of confluences around 10 to 12k, 100%, 100%. It makes complete sense why it will come down to 12k, because all it is, right? If this was a 15-second chart, right? This is why I love it, is that I'd be looking to long off this area here. This consolidation over there, this is what I'd be looking for. I wouldn't buy right blindly over here, right? Let it do its thing, right? Come down into here, whatever it wants to do. Once it holds above it, that's my entry trigger to go up, back into this area, retest, hold above it, play into the highs over there, reclaim and hold above it. I can go into the next level. This is the next level over here. Reclaim and hold above it. Go to the next fucking level, which is over here. And then reclaim and hold above it and keep going to the next level. This could be the 2024-2025 bull market here completely. Well, I believe it would be. But we'll play it level to level. I'm not looking for 69k. I'm just looking for where it's going to come to and play it level to level. I can still day trade the whole shit out of it. I can still swing trade the shit out of it. Not a big deal. There's money to be made. When I'm ready to buy, I'll buy, but not now. I'm not de-saying into anything. So I do think there's a bit more downside to the market itself. But anyway, let's go back into the day trade plans. Let's quickly just do this, and we move into Ethereum and see if we got any time to go to do some freaking alts here. I mean, alts to me, I think it's all going to shit the bed anyway. So really and truly, this range bound environment still stands. That hasn't changed. You can literally ping pong the crap out of it, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is not using Monday's range. This is using a different thing. So as long as we hold above it, mid range, target 1, hold above it. I mean, I'll say that's target 2, and then target 3 will be range high. Let it do its thing, come back down. Mid range, target 1, come back down, target 2, range low. And that's what you're doing, just ping pong. I said this to you yesterday, and it's the same thing. Nothing's really changed from that. The breakout play on either side, play back on the breakout play, going into areas of like the 17.5k. That's target 1, and that's it. And that's the trade. If we get back above and hold above it, no problem, play it back up. If we get back down and below and play it back down, fucking short the market back off these highs over here. That's pretty much it. And that would be the breakout, retest, and we find out if it's an expansion or is it going to come back as a deviation and play back into the range. We don't fucking know. It's as simple as that, okay? And then, so that's the range bound environment. Using Monday's range in particular, now it gets a little bit more fishy. It gets a little bit more difference there. Just focusing on Monday, I don't really give a shit about anything else. We've got liquidity resting here, and let me fucking just move this around. Yeah. So we got liquidity resting here, liquidity resting there, and liquidity resting here. In the grand scheme of things of a weekly range, right? Liquidity is resting at the highs and the lows. Which one is going to get high? Is going to be taken out? I don't fucking know. I don't really know entirely. Ethereum is the clearest one for me to take a trade. In all honesty, I do think Ethereum will go to $400. I'm not trying to spread FUD and whatever, but I'm just trying to be honest in terms of a technical point of view. Just because I'm I'm saying Ethereum's at $400, we have to be patient. Can it go there? I do think so. I do believe so. Will it go there? I hope so. You know, I do hope so. But it's still a buzz. Everyone's been telling me this shit, man. What the fuck's going on? Is anyone good in the DCC? I'm gonna ask the DCC to help me out if they know how to fucking sort this out, man. Can you hear a buzz now? Like when I'm quiet. Increase your mic. I'm listening on the phone. All right, I'll get closer to the mic. There we go. Bring the mic close to me, and that should be a lot more easier for you, so you guys can hear me there. All right. So I have to sort this out anyway afterwards. The buzz. So yeah, using Monday's range is this, right? Now, this would have been a perfect short over here from these area consolidation to come into there, like I discussed, to play it back down, take out these lows, and now any retest and hold above there, right? Back into this area here. That'll be a shorting opportunity. This is your confirmation to play back where to? Mid-range. From the mid-range, we'll see how it goes. If we hold above it, I'll cut the fucking trade, and then we play it back up to 75 and then range high. In the shorts, right, from the mid-range, right? Because I know there's liquidity resting here and liquidity resting there, and I'm trying to hunt liquidity. I'm going to see how it goes. So once we get to the range low, breaks down, holds below it, this will be 25% of range, and then we go back down to range low. Take out liquidity. I don't really care if we're going to smash down below or smash below up above. I don't really care. I'm just going to play this as it comes. For bullish price action, really and truly, I can't be bullish until we reclaim this area here. Let's go on the 15 minutes. 5 minutes. 15. So let's have a look. We've got this going on here. Right, we've got a trend line. I can definitely see a trend line coming out. You see this trend line there? This is the trend line. Deviation, 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 resistance. Okay. So for me to be bullish, right, the only way I can step in for a ball, to play out the highs on Monday's high is really to get back above, hold above it, bullish price action. Then I can say play it back into here. Whatever the deviation was, that's my hard stop there, and then play it back to this level there. And if we were to break above it, like I said, the 17 point whatever K was, that'll be your next target for the upside. But it's respecting the trend line. It's generally respecting the trend line, and you can't disagree with it as well. And it is looking heavy. I mean, the moment you lose this low here, right? That's the key. Would it be this one? I'd probably use this one. Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll use that one itself, right? Once we lose this low here, gets back below here, finds resistance off this area here. That's your shorting opportunity. Hard stop, I'd say here, playing it back into mid-range. And then from the mid-range, you know what the drill is, playing back to 75 and 25. And that's pretty much it. And that's Ethereum done, BTC done. In terms, I've got a swing trade going on Ethereum, right? I forgot about this completely until like last night. So last night I was actually like, I was watching, I was looking, I was like, yo, why do I have an Ethereum short? That I'm up quite well. And I was like, oh shit, that's a swing trade. That's what it was. So what happened was the swing trade. We got the spike up, and once we got a spike up, what I saw was literally it spiked up into 1 hour. Into it. No, it wasn't the 1 hour. I think it was the 15 minutes I was watching this. Let me hide this. I've got to figure this out so I can explain it to you. Yeah, it was there. That was it. It was definitely, yeah, it was this. So I found an area consolidation right over here. Okay. Trying to find where is it. I know where it is now. So that's it. So I found an area consolidation right here. Can you see this particular area? Well, that was it for me. I was like, look, if we hold above it, and I said it's in the DCC, we get back above it, right? That'll be a nice long opportunity to play up level to level, take out liquidity on here and liquidity up on the upside, but we didn't do that, right? I saw it like spiked up. It was a very fast spike, spiked up, and it was closing below here on the smaller time frame on the 5 minutes. And I took a short here with a stop loss. I think it was above. No, I took a stop loss over here. I kept a wider stop loss, and because we're still in that range, what is that orange range? Is a weekly range, and all we're doing is playing it level to level. And you can see once we lost this, you can see once we lost this trend line over here, support, deviation comes back up, and then it's looking heavy. It's just a stop run, plays back down as well. So for me, really and truly, I do think we come to 1160. I mean, what I want to see is this. This is going to sound fucking scary, but bear with me, all right? It's this. Let me put it on the 1 hour. I think the 1 hour makes it a bit more neater, so you guys can follow this. So you see this area here, right? This is the area that we're at. We're on this area here. We're finding support off this now. Now, for me to carry on, if we hold above it, so it's bullish market structure, I'll look to cut the trade. I'll see how it goes. We might come into this area and then break back down into this area. That's a short, you can long it and short it back into there. Once we get back below here, finds resistance off this block, play it back down, take out the liquidity here, and let's come back to the mid-range. At the mid-range, that'll be, for me, target 1, right? Target 2 will be here, right? As this is a swing trade. I mean, I'm measuring it as I come along, right? So from there, the next key factor you're looking for is where's the next set of consolidation? Well, the consolidation is right over here, this area here. That's where the consolidation is. You can see how price reacts quite carefully in this area here. So I do see price coming into here, maybe bouncing, come back down, gets below into here. Maybe there's some bit of a reaction, maybe a bit of a deviation. And then once we get back below here to this kind of a price action, this is your shorting opportunity. Hard stop over here, I'd say. Play it back down to 25% of the range, and then play it back down to range low. And that's how the price action I'm looking at. That's a very detailed fucking price action. I'm quite proud of that. But that's what I'm looking for. Something like that would be really good for me. And that's a fucking what, a 6 hour trade, is it? 7 hour trade, 7.3 hour. Yeah, 7.3 trade. And yeah, play it on next level. And then I'll tighten my stops as I go along and then compound when I need to compound. That's what I'm looking for. We'll see how it goes. But fuck that. Let's talk about Monday's range. Monday's range, and this is what I was looking at yesterday. I had the boys over in it, right? The lads come over. They're like, yo, let's go out, this and that. Let's go shisha, let's do this. I'm like, bruv, listen, right? We're fucking 30, man. What are you talking about? Like, we ain't fucking young for this shit. Besides, you guys ain't gonna get girls. What we're gonna do? Let's just chill out, man. And for me personally, I'm the type of guy that I like to be at home. If you got the lads over, and let's just freaking, play some PlayStation, some cards, some FIFA, whatever. Chill out, put some music on, light up the shisha, and just fucking have a good time. Smoke up, we rolled a couple of blunts last night. Fucking hell, man. I got fucked last night. I got really fucked. Basically, what happened was last night, I was baked. I was super baked in it. So they were looking at this screen over here. I got 2 screens in it. They're looking at this screen. The PlayStation was on there, and like they're all playing and whatever. And I'm looking at this screen. I rolled to the side. I'm looking at the chart, and I'm like, guys, fucking. And I was like, yo, guys, I think we're gonna dump in it. And what happened was, I was looking at this. I still got it marked up. So I was looking at this, right? I see, like, we've broken out of this trade, right? This is. Let me just give a quick recap. Monday's high, Monday's low. That's what it is. Let me just draw it out so people can see. Monday's high, Monday's low. On the Coinbase chart, we're taking out liquidity. On other charts, we didn't take out liquidity, but I was in a long there, and I played it up to the highs. As soon as Coinbase took the highs, I cut the trade. It's all done there because we close. This is where it gets interesting. We close within the range. We didn't even break out the motherfucker, which means I think there's a lot more downside to the bottom side. I'm happy to play it up to 1170. I'm really, really happy to play to 1170, and then from 1170 at this one, it comes down into base. Where's the fucking chart? 1170 is here. And we can squeeze it to 1162, which is the mid range of that weekly range. So $8 is not a fucking problem, and that's not a bad play. But talking about this, right? So I was looking at this during fucking Asia, and I was like, all right, so we're making lower lows in it. We've lost this low, right? We lost this fucking trend line. It's all good there. We come back down, right? We come down. We take out all this liquidity here, liquidity there, liquidity there, and liquidity here. We're taking out all this liquidity. Done. Colors. It's moved on, right? And I'm like, all right, then. So price came up, and I was watching this on the fucking 1 minute, fam. So let's do it on the 5 minutes, just so I don't confuse people in it. Look at the 1 minute, and price wicked in to this area consolidation. You see this blue box that's highlighted? Price consolidation came back down, came up, and I saw it wick into it. I'm like, yo, this is a short. And I told everyone, I was like, yo, do you want to make some money? They're like, what do you mean? And they don't really trade. None of us are traders, and none of a lot of them actually had spot buys yesterday as well, and they still got spot buys. I was like, yo, listen, if you want my advice, no financial advice, is entirely up to you. Fucking cut all your losses, do it. We'll talk about it in a couple of months' time. I'll tell you when to buy. And they're like, nah, it's gonna go up, I'm like, bruv, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, and they were arguing with me. I'm like, listen, I have to get a trade. You want to make some money? They're like, yeah, talk to me. I'm like, transfer some money, sell some alts, right? I say sell some alts and put the money into a leverage account, right? And buy a bit or whatever. It doesn't really fucking matter. And we're gonna take a trade right now. And they're like, yeah, but what if it's a loss, blah, blah. I said, listen, if you lose, I'll give you your money back. I told them like that. I said, if you lose, I'm that certain, I'll give you your money back. And they're like, yo, Daink, like, you're fucking nuts, man. Like, how much money do you have? I ain't got that much, man. I've got like probably like $50 in it. So hopefully your trade ain't worth like more than $50 in it. I was like, if you lose, I'll give you money back. I'm that certain that we're gonna go down. And they're like, all right, cool. So like they're like for the first time, we're gonna, they feel confident in the idea. I said, look, by the time we were discussing this, price came up to over here. I was like, just wait. So then price came back over here, and I was looking at this area of consolidation now. Let me show you this. It was a fucking epic motherfucker right there. Everyone made peas, and they're like, yo, dang, you're a fucking king. I'm like, well, alhamdulillah, that's what I'm gonna say. But let me delete this. Then I start looking at this, right? So we know we got this area consolidation. Yeah, let me highlight this. It was about here to there, right? That's about no, it wasn't that. I think it was right here to there. That's it. So that's the consolidation right there. We wicked into it, and I was looking for the next set. I was like, all right then. I told them, if we lose this low, that's your opportunity. We can compound this, and I didn't compound it, but the motherfuckers did actually. They listened to what I said, every single word. One guy made probably like $7 grand on that night on this. He went all in, which is a fucking stupid move to do, but he made $7 grand. So fair play to him, man. Shout out to the motherfucker out there. But the geezer, I was like, all right. So when it came back up, it came into this area. I started looking at the fucking 1 minute. Let me show you this. This is how my mind works. When I'm in a zone, weirdly, I was fucking like my eyes were pink, fam, like fucking baked, looking at this zone over here, and I was like, yo, listen, let's have a look. And I'm teaching them how the fuck to read the market as well. I don't think they paid attention in it, right? But literally was this. I was like, all right, let's look at this, how this price action works out here. So you see this area here. This is the area that I'm looking at. And I was like, all right, come down. If we wick into it and hold above it, I'm fucking wrong. Don't enter in. Cut. Then we look at taking it along. Comes in, finds resistance. And I was like, when it comes back down, it does this double top there. I'm like, yo, motherfuckers, take a short here, stop loss there. That's it. That's your game over. Finish. Plan's over. And I'm telling you, that's it. They all jumped on, right? They all jumped on around over here. Probably, well, let's just even over here with a stop loss there. That's fucking epic, right? So for them, they made a better trade than I did. Now I'm monitoring for them. And then it came back down, find resistance. And you see this low here, we'll lose this low there. That's the first sign. You see this low over here, we'll lose this low here, find resistance. And I said, and it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, guys, go home, trust me. Put your TP there, we're good to go. And tell me how it is in the morning. In the morning, right? They were all watching this, I think during like fucking whatever time, like 6 o'clock in the morning. They actually phoned me up. They're like, yo, dang. One guy goes to me, yo, Z, I made $7 grand. I'm like, you fucking legend. But from that trade itself, right? They made a better trade than I did actually, because the TP was down at the mid-range. That's what I cared about. They did it like this. So what they did was like enter around, let's say they entered around here with a stop loss there. That's a 7R trade, fam. It's a 7R trade they did, and everyone makes some bare piece. So I'm happy for them as well. So congratulations. I said, yo, listen. And they're like, yo, we're going to give you some money for this as well. I'm like, no. I'm blessing it. I don't need your money. Like, what I want you to do is like give some money to charity, number one, and treat your mum out. Do that. That's my birthday gift. Like, that's my birthday gift that you can do to me. Just treat your mum. Take your mum to a restaurant or something like that. All right, so Ethereum. What time is it now? 47. All right, cool. We've got a little bit of time. So Ethereum now, we're at this key point now. That's the 1 minute. Fuck that. Let's go on the 15 minutes. Fuck it, let's 10. No. What happened there? 15 minutes. Yeah. So Ethereum's at the mid-range. Remember I said to you, Bitcoin's not at the mid-range, but Ethereum's at the mid-range. Now, for me to be bullish, right, we need to break out of this, hold above this, get above this high here, and then I can play to target 1 and looking for target 2 into the 25% range. And the question is, do we come back into here, into this area consolidation, because that was a retest, and then sell off? Very possible. Once we get back below here, that's your confirmation to play back into the mid-range. If we were to be bullish, what would happen would be something like this. Get back up, reclaim and hold above it. Once you reclaim, there's a scalping opportunity here with a stop loss below here to play it back to liquidity on Monday side. Take out this liquidity, we'll see what happens. But I'm leaning bearishness, right? So how would I play this? Then really and truly is let it do its thing, right? We come into this area. Once we lose this low, whatever the deviation is, lose this low here, find resistance. That's my shorting opportunity to play it back down to 25% range, and I'll definitely go down to this as target 2. What's so important about 1190? That's October's low. At October's low, we'll see what happens. If we hold above it and reclaim this, I'll cut the fucking rest of the trade because then we'll come back up to the mid-range. But if we lose October's low, right, so bearishness, let's take out the motherfucking 1169 Monday's low, and then we'll see what happens. And that's it. Bob's your uncle done. Done and dusted. And that's pretty much it. That's really it. There's nothing more to it than just that. I mean, just me bullshitting a little bit for 50 minutes, right? But that's your Ethereum and Bitcoin trade. Smash the likes if you can, if you don't mind me. So I've got some time. I've got a little bit of time. Judy's asking to PYR. Yep, I'll definitely do that. PYR USDT. I'll just do a quick run through as well. I think it's gonna go down. In my opinion, I think it'll go down to $2. So what range low, right? So if you look at it this way, this is the weekly range, okay? You see how we lost this low here? That's fucking bad. That's fucking bad. So if you want confirmation for bullishness, right, it's like this, right? You can buy it here, right? I wouldn't buy it. Honestly, I'm not looking to buy. For me to buy, to get bullishness, we have to reclaim and hold above this. We can reclaim and hold above this, which comes down to about fucking $3.10. And I'd be like, yeah, then we can play it back into 25% range and then play back to mid-range. From the mid-range, see we can come back into these areas here and then maybe into range higher. But I don't think that's going to happen because if you look at the top side, right? Oops, delete that. The top side, you see this particular high here? That's capped the market the whole time. So it's heavy resistance. For breakout play, you want to see a breakout on the upside, the play on the upside and there. But I think it's going to be bear market as a motherfucker. I don't think nothing's going to happen. In my opinion, really and truly, I think this is what's going to happen. This is going to fucking scare the shit out of you. But you get scared, you know, this is not for the faint heart. So I'm sorry, man. So this is it. Let me show you a little secret. All right. Look away. And $2. The 2. Where's the 2? Yeah. 75 cents I'd be happy to buy. So for me, if I want to take a short on PYR, I'd be looking for price to come back down here. So I'll show you the bullet to be bullish, hold above it, right? Bullish price action. You can reclaim above this. This is really, I mean, yeah. So reclaim the price action of this. That's your bullish thingy to 25 to mid to high and whatnot. Now the bearish play is where I'm quite interested to short this actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. So if we do this, oh man, my nose is really fucking itchy, man. What the fuck's going on? Like, you know, you got something. Sorry about this. That's very rude of me. Yeah, you just lost a lot. Cool, man. That's all good. Yeah, buddy. Let this trade go. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Whoever's telling you to long, tell them to shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They're all bullshit. Everyone's bullshit. No one knows what they're doing. Like, you know, and that's the thing is, like, in the guys, right? Oh, Yed Mei. Oh, yeah, Ning told me something. There's something in Thai. So my favorite thing, my favorite word is motherfucking it, and I like I go to her. I was like, yo, how do you say motherfucking thingy yeah, man, this was all good there. It's all good. And you retest exactly. That's it. Skin face is fucking on it. Skin face is on it, and he retested this motherfucker right here. Then we can take the shorts. Yeah, that's fucking perfect, man. But if you know is when you can see the market and understand it, and I mean, like, look, Crypto K Blow says, man, I'm going to join your Discord group soon. You guys are more than welcome to join. It's traderdank.com. You know, hit the sign up button, follow the instructions, and once you've done so, you can join. You join the Discord group. There's a lot of alphas there. What you guys see on YouTube is just pretty much it's like the creme de la creme. It's just the top. You don't see much out of it. There's a lot more alpha that goes on. Like, we do VC chats. We do a lot of fucking live sessions. You know, like, I talk about the markets. We look at trades and stuff like that. And, you know, when I enter in trades, for example, so like the 27-hour trade that I've done, that was all discussed in the VC in the country club in the Discord group. Literally, when I entered in, I said, guys, I'm entering in, and a bunch of us. I remember there was a geezer called Pim. Pim jumped in like $1 above me, and he had a very like, we all entered the same, and he fucking smashed it, man, smashed it, and you know, we just be. I don't know which. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not here to shit on anyone. Everyone's got the issues. Coming back for a retest is fine. No issues there at all. I'm patient. I'm very patient. Let's see what happens. It's showing me more bearish market structure. I'm happy to enter in and then take the trade down there. But like the truth really comes down to this, isn't it? Like, which private group is there out there? Which group is out there is teaching you how to trade and teaching you how to make money and making you money at the same time? If you can find something, that's all good. There's a lot of groups out there, but it's more like a sell signal kind of thing. It's entirely up to you. I mean, we don't do self signals. We do education contents. We teach you how to do it. We, you know, there's a lot of alphas out there in the group as well, and some of them are fucking growing to be motherfucking gangsters in this game. But, you know, like, God bless them all as well. Anyway, PYR. Let me just quickly chat about this. I think we go to 75 cents. I'd be happy to buy it at 75 cents. I ain't gonna lie to you. So if I want to short this fucking market there, where's the fucking? Right, that's Binance. PYR USDT. Keep going. What the fuck happened there? Where was my finger? PYR USDT. Is it Binance? Oh, there it is. It is Binance. That's it, yeah. So if I want to take a short and short the fuck out of PYR and send it back to the smithereens gulag, right? I'm quite happy to do so. I probably would fucking do that just for the fun of it. Because you know how everyone's been bullish on PYR, and you got to get someone to actually really fuck you up. So I'll probably do it. So break down below here, lose this low here, and then I'm shorting the fuck out of it back to $1.81. From $1.81, if he holds above it, I'll cut the trade because we can come back up. But from $1.81, if we lose this area here, come back down, take the trade back down to 75 cents, and then we'll see where we're at in terms of like what Bitcoin's doing and consolidation wise and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Is Bitcoin at 12K? Is Bitcoin holding 12K? Are we going down lower and lower and whatever? But at 75 cents, you ain't gonna get a cheaper price. I do think, like, look, it's in all honesty, PYR. A lot of people say it's bullish, 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 and whatever. It's a fucking every project there. It's all bullshit. They don't cure cancer. They don't do anything major. It's just cryptocurrency. It's a project, just like Twitter, just like Meta, just like Google. They're all a project. You want to trade the thingy. Do not get confused by fundamentals that they're going to be bullish and this and that. Yeah, they may say bullish stuff and whatever. Solana's teamed up with Google. How bullish is that? Not very fucking bullish. It's gone down to $14. Don't fucking be a dickhead and start looking at projects and look. Bullish fundamentals is good in the bull zone. But really and truly, I want you guys to remove that idea out of your head. It's all a bunch of a bunch of nonsense, right? And trade the fucking chart. Just trade the fucking chart. That's all you've got to do. You've got nothing to worry about. There's nothing too difficult behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. Anyway, someone's asking me like, where is the retest? Bro, I did the retest already. I showed you the idea. So what are you looking for? Pay attention. We'll do it one more time, right? So let me go on the 5 minutes. This is where the 5 minutes will be quite interesting there. Right, so let's have a look. I mean, you can enter in right now a hard stop over here. Because if your price comes back up and hold above it, right, and reclaims, then we're going to take out these stops there. That's your hard stop right over here, in my opinion, right? Let's have a look. I'm being a little bit patient. I'm not in any rush there. Price has come back into this area consolidation. Can you see this? All this consolidation over here. So it's going to find some sort of support, which is not a problem there. I'm happy for it to come back down and then reclaim and hold into this area. What I would like to see is price come back to the mid-range. Any sort of deviation, that's your retest. Bearish market structure, play it back down to fucking 25 and then this. That's what I'm looking for. Something along the lines like that. And that'll be a very easy trade. I mean, if it goes, it goes. No problem. I'm still in that swing trade in Ethereum. That's why I'm so relaxed about it. And just in balance gains regulatory approval to offer crypto custody service in Dubai. That's all good. At the end of the day, right, all this bullish fundamentals is only be useful in the future, not for now. We're still in the bear market. Nothing's changed. It's still going to go down. Nothing changes. It really is, you know? So the truth, the matter of the fact is, right, we can, like, there's so much bullish stuff's coming out, you know, in terms of crypto. And I know crypto is under high scrutiny right now, like severe scrutiny. But remove the noise, man. Remove the noise. Look at the chart. Join the DCC, man. I'm telling you, like, fucking hell, like, I can't stress anymore that there's spending time in your own learning and investing in your own learning, whichever way you want to join. You don't need to join me. You know, it's entirely up to you guys. But spending your time and investing in you see how it's bouncing off there. I'm not worried. I'm just gonna wait. How many of you guys are ready to actually jump in on the trade right now and say, yeah, I'm gonna do a stop loss, only for it to come back, into, like, so let's say you enter in here, for it to come back into this area, and I'm looking to enter probably around here on a retest of the mid range, right, to play it back down, and then you're in this area of this red zone, and you're like, oh shit, man, it's gonna go higher, bruv, just cut the noise, man. Everything's all a fucking noise. You remove the noise. Everyone, look. This is the thing: is that someone in the group, right, asked a very valid question about dollar index. If dollar index is bullish, wouldn't that happen? Wouldn't Bitcoin will go up, right? And Ethereum go up and crypto go up. I agree. But we've lost that fucking stability. We've lost the idea of dollar index, the way dollar index is working, and the way Ethereum's working and Bitcoin's working with ES. We lost that correlation. We lost it completely. By the weekend, we've completely that went out the window. Not in the DCC, but something you can add in is other traders' views and opinions in like separate channels. Yeah, something like yeah. So like, there's a couple of guys who really stands out. For example, fundamentals don't matter. Narratives do. 100% I agree with that with Goonie. There's a number of guys who are, you know, really stand out, which are going to have their own little group as well, their own little section where they can actually post their views as well. But yeah, WWG. Uncle Flippy, yeah, I've got no comment on that as well. But it really is a sell signal, it's a buy signal, and the geezer. Look, I've got respect for Crypto God John. I think as a hustler, he's done really well for himself. As a trader, he's a very good trader. He's a very, very good trader. I'm not going to disrespect him on that. I think he's a phenomenal trader. But obviously, everyone has their own opinions, and it comes down to this, like, when you lose the hunger to trade, and well, not to trade, but to teach people, that's where it starts to go off, derails, and people start losing confidence and whatnot. And it's quite expensive though. I think it's $200. I think a month. I mean, mine's $100. $100 is nothing, to be honest. I mean, you bear man spend hookers for 800 dirhams, which is like, yeah. Anyway, but so spots are open. Oh yeah, spots are open. Yeah, like it's open. Don't worry about it. You're more than welcome to join in whenever you guys are ready to join in. And yeah, get cracking on there. So I'm in no rush for this trade. I'm in no rush. I mean, it's 12 o'clock right now. New York Open is coming up now as well. So we're gonna. I'm expecting a bit of a pump up, and I'm ready to take a short back down, send us back to 1169, whatever the number was, and then we'll see from there. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. That's pretty much it. Nothing more to it. All right. So thank you so much for joining on the stream. I really appreciate you guys, all of you guys there. Thank you so much. I'll give a quick shout out to a couple of guys. We got Uncle Flippy, Crypto Cablau. We got the Next Level Farmer. JMO's in here as well. We got Bernard League, Goonies in the house, or Skin Phase, Justin, Ning, Hugh Janis, Julie Defio. We got Sidiums, a bunch of us as well. I'll see you guys soon. And yeah, you're welcome, Stecky. You're welcome, Triple A. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do it earlier, 10:15 UK time. Reason why I woke up a little bit late. I was fucking birthday, I was up late. So it doesn't really happen quite regularly. But anyway, catch you guys tomorrow. See you soon.